Today we're talking about Elon Musk, the stock market, Wiz denying a $23 billion deal from Google, and the start of Trilla Business. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Trilla Business. I'm your host, Samuel Romero, but everyone calls me Sammy. Welcome to our first official episode of Trilla Business. Here to talk to you about what's going on in the world, what's going on with stocks, what's going on in the internet, in the interweb, and basically what's going on in the business world that we know and live of today. Welcome. I'm your host, and this is a show that I'm pursuing as one of my goals and one of my passions of mine to keep track of what's going on in the business world. As an entrepreneur, as a businessman, and now as a journalist, I've learned to try out the things in life that make me happy and the things that I want to do in my life that I'm passionate about. And that's why I'm here today, to begin and start my journalism career in business, reporting to you the business news of what's going on in the world. Trilla Business is a show for everyone to enjoy. Trilla Business is a show that we can all be a part of, and where we can learn about finances and where we can learn about how to deal in the business world of today. Whether you're an entrepreneur, white-collar worker, or blue-collar worker, Trilla Business is here for you. We here for you. And if you got that, wherever I brought that up from, just make sure that you know where I'm coming from. We here for you. It's from a famous TV show. Trilla Business, we here for you. But let's just get started today, guys. I'm super excited to start our very first episode of Trilla Business. So story number one, coming from Market Watch, Tesla earnings. Stock falls more than 8% after mixed report. Lack of catalysts until October. So Elon Musk, love him or hate him, he's a magical man. Elon Musk stated that Tesla will be focusing on autonomy, and those who don't believe in his vision should sell Tesla stock. His emphasis on autonomy is seen as the long-term value of the company. The lack of Musk's specifics leads a lack of immediate catalysts, which lead the skepticism amongst Tesla investors, having the stock to fall more than 7% following the recent earnings call, then to ultimately 8%. So there was a recent fall in the Tesla stock of Elon Musk's Tesla, and that was pretty interesting. I mean, and the reason behind that story, by the way, that story is from Market Watch. You can watch all the stories of what's going on, I believe, the right side of my screen, and just to keep track, just like a real news program. This is a real news program, and this is Trilla Business. But talking about Elon Musk and what's going on with him, this guy is going to be talking about a lot of things in the coming years and in the coming future about what's going on in the world. According to that story from Market Watch, and I cite all my sources and all my articles that I want to talk about and discuss on Trilla Business, but according to that story and what's going on with Elon Musk, it's pretty interesting because he's announcing that he wants to improve and capitalize on autonomy. That's a very big plan for Elon Musk to do and for Tesla shareholders to adhere to. So that's obviously going to be fluctuating in the markets, and that might take a dive and a nosedive a little bit. But Tesla is one of the biggest companies of all time, and even Kevin O'Leary once said that it's a really good idea to invest in Tesla. He was telling a story that I remember watching on my YouTube feed one time about Elon Musk doing Tesla. That's definitely a really good business to invest into, because if you're investing in Tesla, you're investing into the future. Your investment is going to go towards an innovative company like Elon Musk's of Tesla. Tesla's not just vehicles and environment-friendly vehicles. It's also solar panels. It's also now Optimus robots that are going to be walking around in our house, like the movie Will Smith was in called iRobot. It's going to be a lot of things. Tesla is going to be a big company, as it always is, and he just wants more autonomy. Shareholders don't like that. They don't like to hear autonomy. They don't like to hear about what's going on with Tesla. They like things the way it's done normally. They like the stock where it is, and they like the market where it is with Tesla. If Elon Musk starts talking about making changes, shareholders, as they are, they get scared. They get scared of change. But in business, you can't be scared of change. That's what business is. Business is the constant fluctuation of things happening, the unfolding of events, the constant market in the moves. And that's what Trilla Business is all about here. We're talking about stock market. We're talking about the markets. We're talking about the IPOs that are out there. We're talking about investments, finances, shares of stock, Tesla stock, Apple stock, Amazon stock. It's all out there. It's all out there on Wall Street. If you want to go out there and become a broker, I recommend you do that, or do whatever it is your heart tells you to do, because that's where it starts. It starts with a passion, and it starts with you following your passion. That's if you want to be successful in business, because I always tell everybody to be successful in business. In many ways to be successful in business. One way is to invest, and not just in Tesla, but that's just one way. Another way is to watch a show like this to make sure you keep track of all the latest news and updates on Trilla Business. Moving on to story number 2 from CNBC. Wiz walks away from $23 billion deal with Google. Will pursue IPO. The IT security company Wiz decided yesterday on Monday not to proceed with a $23 billion acquisition deal with Google. This would have been Google's largest acquisition deal to date since YouTube and Mandiant and a whole bunch of other companies Google has already acquired. CEO of Wiz, Asaf Rappaport, informed employees that Wiz would continue with its original plan to go public through an initial public offering, an IPO. The reason Wiz denied this deal from Google because of Wiz's concerns over antitrust and potential investors that the investors have. The investors have no trust with this acquisition deal. So Wiz aims to achieve $1 billion in annual recurring revenue, as they've already achieved $350 million in revenue for the cloud-based platform. This deal would have earned venture capital investors major dollars, as it's now a setback for them vis-a-vis Index Ventures, Insight Partners, Lightspeed Venture Partners, and Sequoia. Very predominant, very prominent, dominant, huge investors that these investors are investing in this revolutionary IT security cloud-based company called Wiz that Google wants to own. And now Wiz, the investors are disappointed, as they will now be looking for another way to get their ROI back from Wiz. And there you go. That's the story. That happened yesterday, but here we're reporting it today. I like to keep updated on what's going on with the financial news and the financial markets of today and what's circulating in the markets. But going back to it though, I like to keep updated. I don't like to dwell on the past so much, so I try to provide my journalism skills. As a journalist I am, I try to provide the most up-to-date information, accurate information from these news outlets and these news articles that are coming out with the business news, like CNBC, Financial Times, CNN Business, from any business outlet that I can think of and imagine to be on this platform. So Trilla Business is definitely a very valued, very highly cited news source for your business news. You can trust us because all of our sources come from legitimate sources. But anyways, going back to this acquisition deal that Wiz is going through, like, it happens. Not everybody wants to make the deal, And as a business guru that I look up to, the most famous $1 trillion man, Dan Pena, would say, not everybody can pull the trigger. That's a famous saying in the business world of today. Look, Wiz is a very high-growing stock in the stock market, as it's a very high-growing business in the stock markets and what's going on in business. I mean, it's just crazy how far they've come and how far they've come so far. Like being a very successful company, an IT cloud-based company. What they do is they're a security company. They're an IT security company that secures your IT, your cloud necessities. And Google is trying to get into the race. And also in that article, if you read that article from CNBC where I cited this source and where I talk about what's going on with Wiz and Google, it's really interesting because all the other guys are trying to get cloud security as well for their companies. They're trying to get cloud-based security going on. They're trying to get cloud-based. They're trying to go up in that cloud-based world that they're trying to fight to survive in and fight to be the best cloud-based company for all users to use. Digital technology, cloud-based programs and companies are the most important companies in our history today. And Google has a famous cloud-based company called Google Drive, where you can upload all your photos, videos, images, and all the information that you need in their cloud. That's what cloud is. Cloud is digital storage. So, seeing Wiz deny this deal of $23 billion, that's a lot of money. But what they're saying essentially is look, Google, look, Amazon, look, capital venture investors, look, Sequoia, look, Index Ventures, look, Insight Partners, look, Lightspeed Venture Partners, and all the other venture capital investors that invested in our company. We're a growing IT cloud-based company. We're doing the best we can, and we see future growth in our company. We see a $1 billion annual revenue coming in as potential capital that we need to attain. That's what Wiz is saying. Wiz is by far has been a very growing, predominating platform right now, that's growing right now, that a lot of people want to jump on. So, and they've proven that by earning the 350 mil last year. Now they're growing up to $1 billion. So, Wiz is just a great company to be involved with cloud storage and to be part of the cloud based technology, as they've proven that they're one of the best thus far in the 21st century of 2024. So I don't blame them for not taking the $23 billion deal. They take the $23 billion deal, and guess what? They're out of a company name. Sometimes the integrity and the identity for your company name is more valuable than a couple dollars. But it's not just a couple dollars we're talking about some major dollars here. It's $23 billion is hard to deny anybody. Anybody can't deny that. It's very hard to get rid of that offer. It's a hard offer to refuse, definitely, Wiz. But hats off to you, Wiz. You guys are killing it. You guys are going to be going out there and taking care of business and increasing your revenue for your company and increasing the technology advancement of cloud-based platforms. So that's definitely going to be something that I'm super excited to see. And as for the capital venture investors, don't worry about it, because Wiz is gonna surprise y'all. Wiz is gonna get your back, and hopefully you're not too disappointed with their rejection offer of this multi-billion-dollar deal. And that's all I got to say about Wiz. Wiz, looking forward to your success. Story number 3 from CNN Business on inflation. 39% of Americans say they can't pay their bills. Nearly 4 in 10 U.S. adults are frequently concerned about their family's income being insufficient to cover expenses. This is an increase from 28% in December 2021, similar to levels seen from the Great Recession. 52% of Latino and 46% of African Americans worry most or all of the time about making ends meet, and more than half of these Americans are making less than $50,000 per year. Despite a slowdown in inflation, the continued high prices of American goods and services continue to impact people's ability to manage their finances. Many Americans are having to take on extra work to be able to afford the cost of living in the U.S. Inflation. It's a big topic to talk about, and I appreciate CNN Business for mentioning inflation. Called, the story goes, 39% of Americans say they can't pay their bills. And ain't that the truth? Look, inflation's affecting everybody, not just America and the United States of America, but also inflation's going throughout the world, because the United States, of what I can know about the United States, has one of the biggest economies in the world. In fact, it is the biggest economy in the world. So anytime the U.S. economy and the Federal Reserve and our U.S. economy is negatively impacted, the whole world is going to be negatively impacted by what's going on in the U.S. economy. But this is happening now in my country. I don't know about what's going on in other countries, but I can speak on my country, and I can say for the record that we do have an inflation crisis going on in the United States of America. 39% of people say they can't pay their bills. That's what's being reported today, and it's the truth. What are you going to do? I hope in the coming election, whoever wins it, neither trying to be on here side or the other, but I'm just saying, just in general, that we have an election coming up, and this election is probably going to be one of the most important elections of our time in the history of the United States. We got a lot going on in this election, and this election is definitely going to impact how the U.S. economy is going to continue for the next 4 years, and even so on after that. This election is, I think, going to launch the future and the wave of the future. This election will launch the wave of the future in America and around the world. So, if you're expecting Kamala Harris to win, if you're expecting Donald Trump to win, respect to both of the candidates, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this next election. But any one of those candidates are definitely going to impact the markets and impact the economy in ways you've never seen before. Because, inflation, there was the 2008 inflation of the United States of America, where the house prices, there was a movie on it called The Big Short. Shout out to Ryan Gosling, by the way, great actor, by the way. But there was in 2008, if you watch The Big Short, they talked about how the home value started decreasing and became really affordable for any American home buyer to buy a house. So if that happened back in the day, and it really caused a wave of negativity and a wave of economic downside on our U.S. economy, if it caused this to happen, then it's no surprise. It's at no surprise that what's going on in the U.S. economy is happening today with inflation. Because as soon and it has to do with the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is definitely losing its value. Yeah, everybody talks about it today. Everybody wonders what's happening in the U.S. economy, what's happening in California and my state where I'm from, and all across the country. Like, what is going on? And I'm telling you, it has to do with the printing of money in the U.S. Federal Reserve. That's what's going on. That's what's canceling the money flowing in, and that's what is causing this economic downside in our country. And that's why 39% of people can't afford the basics of what you need to have in America in order to survive. Including my generation of Gen Z. They're talking about how they can't afford the things that our parents could afford like many years ago. But blame it on inflation, blame it on what's going on here, blame it on what's going on there. The point is that it's happening regardless of whether or not we like it or not. Inflation is here. Inflation is happening. It's happening because the U.S. Federal Reserve keeps printing out money. It's happening because the home prices keep escalating, and along with the home prices keeping on escalating, everything else keeps on escalating. That's why it said in this excerpt that I wrote from this article that's in the description, by the way. I cite all my descriptions, by the way, in each video I do of Trilla Business. But let me read it here. It's right here. It says the continued high prices of American goods and services continue to impact people's ability to manage their finances. And that's where it is. The goods and services are getting inflated because the homes from 2008 were becoming inflated. The homes are becoming inflated from 2008, and then along with that, the goods and services are becoming inflated. So that's what you got going on in the economy, and that's what you got going on in inflation, and what's going on in the economy and what's going on with inflation. Just a combination of the value of the dollar keeps going up because we keep printing out money, and prices keep going up for homes, for houses, and for goods and services. Now, that's why I lead you into my next transition, which is the tip of the day. Efficient ways to save money. Welcome, guys, to tip of the day. We're talking about tip of the day, 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 tip of the day. Tip of the day. Where I, Samuel Romero, but everyone calls me Sammy, your beautiful host right here on Trilla Business, tells you how you can save more money or how you can better your financial life. Tip of the day by Samuel Romero. But today, our tip of the day is efficient ways to save money. Track your expenses. Set spending limits. Create a budget. Cut subscriptions. Avoid impulse purchases. Debt management. Are you managing your debt? Pay yourself from your paycheck. Put money aside. So that way you can use the money that you need to use for the rest of the month and for the rest of your paycheck. And focus on incremental increases. That's basically, in a nutshell, of multiple tips, but ultimately involving in one tip, which is the tip of the day, which is to efficiently save money every time you get paid. That's the name of the game, folks. That's the name of the game, folks. That's what's going on in the business market in the world today, and that's why people can't afford most things. I myself included. I'm guilty and a victim of this myself. As soon as I have money, I gotta spend it. I gotta give it away. I gotta give it to Uncle Sam. I gotta give it to the college. Gotta give it to the girlfriend. this is something that affects all of us negatively, but I'm telling you today that it's definitely the most important thing you can do, which is to save money. This is your tip for today. Save your money. Get a budget going. I'm trying to do that. I'm really into personal development, as I've explained on my videos before in the past, real talk here and there, whatever videos you've seen me do. I love personal development. I love doing these videos about talking about my life and what's going on. And in those videos, I talk a lot about personal development, which is something that is sometimes frowned upon by others, but it's definitely needed for you to do. I recommend all of you to save money. Save as much as you can so you can improve your financial life, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here today, and I'm here for you guys to save more money, improve your financial life, and just make your life better all around. That's what I'm here. I've always been a guy who wants to help people, and this is now my outlet and how I'm going to do that. This is how I'm helping people. This is how I'm bringing value to the world. I'm bringing you financial news, and then after the financial news is over on Trilla Business, we switch to the end topic of today, which is the tip of the day. And the tip of the day is to save your money. Save your money, folks. That's all I can say. You know, it's hard to do because it's habitual. It's a thing that you got to do. It's a thing that is habit based, but it's the thing you got to do. You got to save your money, folks. Even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just little pennies for college or whatever you got going on, even if it's just if you're saving for something. What helps me, this is something that I found out and figure out about what helps me save money. What helps me save money is saving for a goal. The reason why maybe a lot of you folks out there have a hard time saving money is because you don't have a goal. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are out there like you wonderful people who would want to save money. But how can you save money if you have no goal or no aim for saving money? See, so what I do is I just focus on the thing that I want. I just focus on my personal development and how I can get into the next step of life. And I say to myself, well, what is the thing that I need right now that'll get me to the next level? And that is to save money. To save money. But for something, a car, a college degree, a college education, an opportunity, whatever you need, whatever it is that you want in this life, specifically that you know will get you to the next level, save your money for it. And that is what will get you to the next level. By incrementally increasing your savings as well, and incrementally increasing your goals. Hell, the way I started saving money, excuse my language by the way, I meant to say heck, but the way I started saving money is by, I work at a grocery job. I do this for fun. I do this for my experience and in my journalism career and getting the word out there and delivering the financial times and the financial news to you beautiful people. That's why I'm here. But then I have my life to go to back over there. And that's where the grocery job is. That's my grocery job. I go to the grocery job to work there. And then from there, I come back here to do the show. And then after the show, I go back over there. So I only have so many opportunities to make money. So with your limited opportunities to make money, I would also encourage you all, if you don't already have money, I encourage you all here's an additional tip from tip of the day. I encourage you all to actually get money as well by starting out getting a job. Maybe the reason 39% of Americans that are unemployed right now and that we are facing this inflation time is because a lot of you people don't have jobs. There's a huge job market out there right now and the opportunity for you in America. A huge job market. I was able to get a job. I've gotten 3 so far in my life. I'm on my third one. I'm on my third lucky charm, folks. And so far it's been the best job that I've ever had because of its security. Because it's one thing to get a job, but it's another thing to get job security. So folks, I'm here to tell you, once you get a job, if you don't already have one, save your money. But do it incrementally. Don't do it all at once. Don't try to save all at once. Do it in increments. I didn't start by saving half my check, because if I started saving half my check, I'd get rid of it, and I'd say, man, screw it. I've been saving half my check this whole time. I'm gonna just spend it all. No, that's not how it works. What you want to do is you want to save your money incrementally. Start at $50 each paycheck. Just put it away in the savings account. Just put it away. You're paying yourself, by the way, when you do that. Just putting away $50 every month, each time you get paid. And then eventually it adds up, and then eventually you can go from 50 to 100. And also have a goal. Have a goal to save your money. What are you saving your money for? You're not just saving it for no reason for Sally and whoever to get the money, You're saving your money. You're saving your money for something you want and that you need to get to the next level. That's what you're doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to save up for a car. I'm trying to save up for a house. I'm trying to save up for a college degree, college education. I'm trying to save up for something that will get me to the next level of life and business. That's why I'm here, folks. I'm here for you. We here for you. ATN, we here for you. Succession is a great show. I love that show. By the way, that's where that referendum comes from. It comes from that show, Succession. But anyway, guys, if it hasn't been already clear for you, is to save your money and manage your finances as best as you can through a budget. I mean, we'll talk more about that in later episodes, but right now, the main topic of today, the tip of the day for today, right now, is to save your money. Save it, pay yourself after your paycheck. Put in $50. For some of you, heck, put in $5. Put in $1 away. But make sure you're paying yourself and start there. And then maybe when you're putting $1 away from your paycheck and then you blow the rest, that's fine. I don't judge at all. I accept everyone and you're cool with me, and we're just here to make some money and make our financial lives better. But just remember, while you're saving your money, also as you save your money and as you put your $1, your $5, your $10, your whatever it is away, think about what you want and how you can get to the next level. My friends, this has been great. I love this show. I love doing this show. This is Trilla Business, and it's been a great episode. This has been episode 1, and I will catch you on the next episode every other day. Good night, folks. Bye-bye. Take care.